Hello, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Alejandro Ibrahim, founder and host of KYP. I have a special guest, my friend Seth. I went to high school with this brother, and now he moved over to Oregon on the West Coast now. He say he like to come on the show, talk about his experience being a black man, things that's going on the West. So I say, sure, we open to all arms and all different types of conscious thought. So with that being said, thank you for coming to the show, Seth.
Of
I
course, of
appreciate
course.
you.
Anything for my brothers, man.
Good. Anything. So first question I got for you, man. What's the black culture like on the West Coast? Because I've heard that it's different depending where you are. But what's it like? If I'm correct, you're
Well,
in
I'm
Seattle, in
yes.
Oregon,
Well, I've
right?
been in multiple parts of the
Yeah.
Northwest. So I've had a little experience in the Portland area, which is in Oregon, and then right across the bridge, I'm in Vancouver, Washington. Let's say about 2 hours away from Seattle. So I'm kind of getting both sides of it, best states, this, yeah.
That's good. That's good, man. So like, I heard that there was, if I'm correct, on Oregon, and if I'm correct by that, there were black settlements back in the day. Are those still
Black
existing?
what?
Black cities back in the day. Are those
Black
currently still existing?
cities?
Yeah.
See, this the thing with Oregon. Oregon is like, I'll be surprised if there were, as Oregon is one of the more white dominant states in the United States of America. So like, surprise you at high, it'll probably be like a little very small town or something like that you would see black that really runs it, but mainly out here is just all white people, man.
Dang, man.
White?
So there's not many of us down there at all.
Not really. Nah, not really, man.
Dang. So how are we treated down there? Suppose you're like you saw Black Lives Matter activists, I'm sure, during the summer protests. How was it? Do you feel like it was a stronger presence over there versus here? And another question I have is, being it's a white state, do you see more white people protesting than black people? If I'm correct.
You do. You do see that because in the Portland area where it's like mainly heavy at, you see a lot of people out there just protesting for black people and for the brown community in general, which is good. I love to see that. I love seeing people because you didn't get that back in the day.
Yeah.
You get it back. You didn't get that back at all in back in the day. You probably see like one or two. You got probably thousands of white people in the rallies marching, fighting for us black people, man, because they know what's up. They know what's happening. They know what's coming up. Something's gonna happen real soon, so they know.
Yeah, most definitely. So, how are your experiences growing up as a young black man? If I'm correct, were you born in Greensboro?
I was actually born at High Point.
Okay, yeah, you was born in Gifford County. You was from 336.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
like,
still
growing up,
336.
so like growing up, how was it? Because I mean, High Point now is it's a rough area now.
Already.
But like, how was it growing up from your perspective?
So it was just me and my mom. Just me and my mom back in the day, man. It was just me and her. That's all we had. Shoot, that's all we needed. I had some family members come by, see me and say, hey, what's up? Said, do you need anything? Do mom need anything? And all that. But for me, I know my mom, she helped and made sure that I live my best.
That's true.
And I see my mom take me on when she was working for the city, driving buses. She used to take me with her and stuff like that. When nobody else would, babysit me and all that just to make a dollar. I see my mom now. She's now disabled due to having a slip up. Hurt her back. She can't work no more. But she's over here fighting for me. See, that's what I think people don't understand about black women, like black queens. They do the max.
They do.
They do the max. Not saying that any other race wouldn't, but you'll see a strong black woman do the max to help her son, her nephew, husband, whatever it is to succeed. And that's what my mom did. So props out to Miss Lula and everything.
Thanks, man. Black women always helping, even when the black man down, they always helping raising us up.
Yes,
So we gotta give them props every time, all the time, man, all the time.
yes.
Do you think that, like, in the black community, do you think that there's a lack of, I don't know, how would you say, accountability, with especially like black fathers, other things, because it shouldn't have to be that like our sisters are out here alone doing it. Do you feel like black men, we step down from our role, or we've been incapacitated in the sense that due to the white supremacy, we can't perform it anymore?
See, this is my thing on that. It's not that we step down. It's because we're not taught up right. Because it starts from our dads and their dads. And when you don't teach that one kid to, hey, be there when you have kids, be there for your baby no matter what. If it's just to stop by and say hello, spend like an hour or two with them, be there. You gotta be there for them every step of the way, because you may never know what that kid, that one person might end up being. Because you see it in a lot of movies too. Oh, the dad left him, blah blah blah. That's all they think about people. Dad left him. Oh, now he's coming back because he's a D1 athlete. He got all these guys possibly going to the NFL, NBA, doing something like stupid money. But we need to get that image out. Delete that out right now.
True.
Because think about it. A lot of people look at LeVar Ball. He's been there for his kids forever.
Right. That's true.
He's been there. He's been there for his kids forever. And that's people bash him, like, oh, their dad just trying to get camera time and all that. Listen, if I had kids and I want them to be great, I'm gonna push them hard as I don't know what. They might not like it, but guess what? He still got 3 kids in the NBA making millions. And look what he said afterwards. I told you.
He did say that.
I told you so.
Yeah, he did.
I told you so.
and one thing I like about LeVar Ball is, I mean, yeah, his mouth running. I know he didn't get himself a black Nubian queen. Okay, but one thing that I will at least say I admire about him is that he had faith in all of his boys. He was saying, hey, my boys are the thing. And I'm like, it's one thing to think that, but, he would go on TV, promote his boys and everything. But, I mean, you got to hand it to him. He raised his boys. He was there for them, and now look at them. They all had some type of professional sports. So, that I think he did some things I didn't like, but I can still learn that from him, from the fact that, he was there for his children. He was there for his boys. And most that's the image we don't really see anymore.
Exactly.
With the black man, the black woman, there for the kids. LeBron, I respect him for that. He's really doing it. LeBron's doing it. But not many out there really doing it, especially in the eye. Do you think that I don't know how to say, but do you think that we need to propagandize it? Because that's one thing I've always thought. Like, we need to do propaganda. Because, like, they got the commercials out there with what they want. We got to do it ourselves. Or do you think that it has to be more of like something that got to be taught, specifically?
It's taught. It got to be taught. It got to be taught, man. Because, but it has to be taught by the right figure.
That's true.
Because if you don't have that right figure in your life to teach that to you, what you've been taught is basically what you might as well just let happen.
That's true, man. That's true.
Because I see out here more a lot of kids, which I do thank God about the West Coast. I do see a lot of kids, parents have both parents in their life, which I love to see, because not a lot of kids have that.
Yeah.
Growing up in 2-parent households.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna say I wish I had it, because I don't know how it turned out. But I thank God that I still have parents in my life. It might not be in the same household, but they for sure be there for me.
That's true.
But like out here, I like seeing that, because that thinks of, man, just seeing it makes you, hey, I want that to be me in the future. Have kids and be in the same household and and just live life. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was. Cause my mom, my dad, they've been married for, I think they got married in 1998. So I mean, yeah, they're 22 years. They're coming on this year. It's gonna be 23. Yeah, and I mean, I've seen them every day. They're in love with each other, just talking, everything. I mean, they're a married couple, so sometimes they have their little fun, disagreements and stuff like that. But I mean, that's part of life. It was always out of love for them. So that's one thing I always want to do. But then, one funny thing that I found funny that young people will be like, "Oh, I don't think I can get married," and stuff like that. Like, what's your response to that? Because that's a thought process, bro, that I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of frightening. People thinking that they don't need to be married no more. They can just,
Yeah. No, because shoot, I don't even know, because like when people see marriage, it's not, people don't see the same view of marriage no more.
Yeah, they don't.
Think of things, people think like, oh, we're not gonna work out, blah blah blah. Oh, they're gonna take half everything. That's what people think now. They think financially and business wise. They don't think in like not intimate, but like love wise no more.
That's true.
They don't think of that no more, because I ain't gonna hold you, because at first I was like, oh no, I don't want to get married. I don't know why. I was like, I don't see myself getting married. But now I see, like, now I'm like, okay, I can see myself getting married, settle down with one woman. Because as a black man right now, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say all this hoeing around. All this hoeing around, man. I'm like, you might as well just have a job. Might as well just have a job, because if you could put that much work hopping from female to female to this female to that female, you can get you a job.
For real. That's what I tell people. I'm like, you see, I can't say certain words up on this program right now. I'm gonna be like, I always tell people, my brothers, man, y'all like a hound chasing a cat. Yeah. Y'all out here bouncing around, barking at females, cat calling, everything, but at the end of the day, like, there's no end goal here. And I think that's something we gotta change as men, and it's difficult, because when I talk to brothers about it, they're like, oh man, listen, I'm young, I'm gonna do what I want to do now, this, that, and third. But I don't think we had that same level of commitment that the ancestors had, in the sense that they were about, hey, I'm gonna build this, I'm gonna build that. I mean, a brother once told me, so I ain't getting married unless I'm signing a prenup. I'm like, dang, man, like, you already think you're gonna divorce? Like, jeez. Yeah.
You don't think you're gonna last?
Hey, that's the thing. They don't think they're gonna last, which is kind of funny. I'm like, so what are y'all doing here?
Yeah, because like, bro, like, knowing that you can have this one person and be like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with them for my whole entire life, man. That's a good mindset to have.
That's good. It's good mindset.
That's a good mindset to have, man. Saying like, oh, this woman don't mean nothing to me. Oh, I got you in my life.
Man, for real. A lot of people can't fathom that or think they can do that, because of, like, I mean, when somebody told me, they said, hey, ain't none like my immediate family members married. So, if you don't grow up in that environment, a lot of times you may not even see it, and things like that. Yeah, that's why it starts with self and things like that, man. Do you think do you think hip hop has a big influence? I think it does. But I mean, most people don't want to hear that now.
I can say this about that. Don't let the music fool you. Don't let the music fool you. Because there's some hip hop artists out here now are booed up.
Yeah.
There's some hip hop artists out here now that are booed up, because a lot of people, I believe, I don't know who the artist is, but he was like, man, all this, he was saying it about his lyrics. He's like, all this about women and money and stuff like that. That's cool and all that, but like at the end of the day, I want to have something I could go home to. That one person I could go home to and just, hey, how's your day? Blah blah blah. rub your feet and all that, and
Oh shoot! Talk about rub the feet.
yeah, yeah. You just want to go home and have somebody to, talk to and stuff. That one
Yeah.
person, because like I said, you got to have a lot of people. See, this what I be trying to tell women too. There's a difference between a boy and a man.
Facts.
Because Lil Duval, he's like, black men don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, they do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, black boys cheat.
Facts. Let them know. Let them know.
Black boys cheat.
Let them know.
There's a difference between a boy and a man.
It's true.
And it's kind of, and it's, to be honest with you, it's our fault because we don't express ourselves like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't express, hey, I'm a man. We prove that to a man. I do this, I do that. But now we want to be boys in our community and do that to our women. I'm like, come on now.
It's crazy, man.
It's
and
crazy.
Then what we don't hit, yeah, that's true. And I mean, a lot of these rappers are boys, bro. And when I mean boys, it's getting to a point to where rappers back in the day, they used to be, I mean, Big Daddy Kane was 19 when he started out, if I'm correct. But I mean, shoot, these rappers these days, man, they like young. Some of them are still in high school out here doing this. They had like a little boy out here rapping all that stuff. But already he was like indoctrinated and all that stuff. But they little boys because, I mean, boys think with urges. They don't think, holistically. They don't think for the long term. They think for the short term. It's kind of like kids, who play around. That's what a lot of black men are doing. But we don't have that's why I did the 20 Principles of Black Manhood, because we need a black man standard.
Yeah.
We don't have that. And we don't have like a manhood initiation process, and that's going to take work in the community. But again, how many people are willing to do that in the community? That's a good question. That's the big question right there too. Like, how many people want to throw down?
Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. Because they're so. Because I'm gonna use music in the music industry. They can talk all this. They say, all this stuff is beautiful. They got the bling, they got the chains, they got all the women. I want that. But well, do they know the person that they talking to don't even have that? They just wear it for show. Like, this is another thing that kills me too. People think that you have to have all of this bling, this money, and got to show what you wear. Look, I want to take Adam Sandler, probably one of the richest actors out here.
Mm-hmm.
This man still has on khaki shorts, probably a $10 or $9.99 shirt, and still living life like he probably live in like the suburbs or something. Because that's what a lot of people missing out on. You don't have to look like, oh, they be like, oh, I want my man to look good, blah, blah, blah. I want to have this and have that. And well, that man could be right there and could have a 4-story house making $6 a month. You won't know, because that's what people want now. Because these people like money, they're money chasers, and they don't know who's who.
Yeah. And that's another thing, because like, I mean, if you ever watched I think my camera went out there because someone's calling me. But if you ever watched I think you're like Dr. Dre, a little bit of Eazy-E, they wasn't wearing no expensive clothes and nothing like. They wouldn't wear no expensive clothes, nothing like that. That stuff was like kind of, it wasn't expensive or nothing like cheap, like it didn't have nothing on it. But modern day, I think I saw a rapper, I think it's a little baby. I don't know these people. I don't know these rappers, man. This dude was out here like sterilizing the gold chain or something. I was like, the devil is this? This bro out here sterilizing the gold chain, all these chains, gold teeth. I mean, it's a lot, you know. And a lot of these rappers out here, I said in the woman I did with money, it's out here flexing. A lot of them broke. They broke. They got nothing. They just
because they spend it, man. Like that's what I'm like. I take Marshawn Lynch, one of the smartest. They think Marshawn is dumb. They think Marshawn is dumb because of the way how he act. But financially, though, man, he has not touched not one money, and he's using nothing but his endorsements from like the Skittles, the Gatorade. Not using, and he's not touching a single bit of his contract money that he's played with. I'm gonna learn how to do that and not spend. You can live. People now, you can live off of those little endorsements and stuff like that. Because look at Jordan. Jordan is still making money off of Nike and making big thing. Probably more than he's making that he probably ever made in the league.
That's true.
I don't know that. And that's what that's another thing in the black community, because when I get it, when you grow up, you don't have a lot. But you need to come, because Bernie Mac, I don't care how much you count my money, I'm still a black man. And whatever I do, I'm still
yeah. You know, we don't got good money management skills, man. I mean, none of that. Like, I don't know how much his contract is, but I mean, suppose like 20 mil. Man, that's 20 mil. He can put in stock. He can build a business and stuff like that out of it. So I mean, you know, he just that's smart. It's real smart stuff. Real smart stuff, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming on today, Seth. I enjoyed it, brother. I enjoyed the conversation we had, and I hope we can do this again.
Hey, just let me know, man.